Hey everybody, VentureFox here and welcome to Warframe. Now Warframe is a game that's been around since about 2013, so it's about 4 years old, but it's one of those games that just keeps cropping up as one of the most popular games on Steam. And that's probably because it's free to play and it's been around for 4 years, so there is a shitload of content. And from my short playtime of about 5 hours so far, I've got to say it's really, really good. The gunplay is amazing. And there just seems to be so much to do. There's a big criticism that it's a bit grindy. I can see that happening, but that's a bit like any game like this, which is basically a loot horde game, where a bit like Division or Destiny or Borderlands or anything like that, you basically end up just grinding for gear, and then you kind of trade it in, make your character a little bit better, and then you use that gear for the harder content. I'm going to jump straight in because I want to show you guys what it's all about, in case you haven't tried it yet. And maybe if you're a bit like me and for the last 4 years you've looked at it and thought, yeah, it looks great, it's free to play, but there's other things I want to do, it can't be that good if it's free to play, that sort of thing. Naturally, you may be making a mistake like I did. So every day that you log in, a little bit like Evolve perhaps, you get like a daily reward. So if I grab this, a daily tribute, I got a credit booster for 2 hours. So for the next 2 hours I earn additional credits. Now this is my character. She's a mag. Which is basically like a little bit psychic as well as like gunplay and swordplay and so forth. She can pull things around and she can like stasis stuff to keep them in place so you can kill them better. She's kind of cool. She looks pretty sweet, and I spent like 50 platinum, which is like the in-game currency, on this cool little cloaky type thing. So she looks pretty badass. You can change all the appearance of your character and so forth. But anyway, let's jump straight in and I'll show you. This is the ship that you get at the beginning of the game. It starts off with a little bit of a storyline about how you get locked up. You're a Tenno, which is basically these guys that wear these Warframes, and you're like elite warriors. I guess a bit like Guardians in Destiny. You're kind of revered in that way. And this map is like your game hub. Now, you start off, you have this navigation. If you click into here, you basically get to see the game world. I'm currently hovering around Venus. You're trying to figure where I am. But there are several planets in the game. If I go to Earth, you start off here. And there's so much to do just on Earth alone. But if you go to any one of these planets, look at how many mission places there are. I think they're called tile sets. You can just click on one of these areas and it will just take you there to do a mission. They have their own levels. They have like factions involved, like the Grenier, which are the bad guys. It's just open. It's like Destiny. You just kind of jump into whatever content you want and you'll get something from it. So, like I said before, it is a loot horde game. So, it is designed to be played as cooperative in a big, like, 4-man group, just wading into content, trying to get as much loot as possible, and then you trade, craft, and just kind of upgrade your suit. And in some cases, buy new suits. So, for instance, down here we have the Forge. Sorry, the Foundry. Same thing. I'm currently building, I think, is a companion, which basically like hovers around you and sort of helps you out in your missions. You can build guns. There's this thing which is for the storyline. I don't really know what that's for now. And you've got all the categories at the top. You've got different tabs, so you can go through the weapons and armor and stuff like that. And then you get like that, which just popped up, which is basically like your timed missions. Now, inside your suit, you have a bunch of mods. You can use these mods in your weapons and armor to kind of upgrade your character in little pieces, like 15% range. You got 10% added damage to your rifle or your pistol or your melee weapon. If I get like heated charge, for instance, which is 15% heat damage for your pistol, as you upgrade it, you can see up here, it does 30% heat damage. And then you upgrade it again, it does 45% heat damage. Now, I can't afford the 45, but it also drains points available inside the weapon. Now if I come out of here, I can show you. Here we had a pistol mod that we wanted to upgrade, and it took 6 points and we could upgrade it to 8 points. If I go to upgrade, you can see here we have 8 points in total. Jesus Christ, the computer's absolutely batshit. Now I'm not using all of the points in here, and I can, if I want to, I could add like another 4 points for critical chance. I can just drag that in. Now, some of these slots have special abilities if you match it up with the little symbol in the top right of the card. Some of them don't. And that will basically just upgrade. And you can upgrade your suit as well. And, for instance, I have 8 out of my 10 points just into 120% shield capacity to allow me to last a bit longer. But I've got another 2 points. So I could put into flow, which gives me plus 18% energy, which is kind of what you use for your special abilities and stuff. Or I could put it into something else like ability range. 30% health is probably good if I want to be a bit more tanky, so I'm going to go with that. Now, because the game is free to play, you do get obvious money sinks. Now, the money sinks basically come down to what is called platinum inside the game. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can earn platinum. One of them is basically that you just buy it. As with any free-to-play game, you have microtransactions. And the idea basically is that you buy packs that range from about £15 to £75 or £76. And they give you a certain amount of platinum with it. And with that, you buy new suits. Now, the suits are basically characters, and there's a lot of them. They have different abilities and different specials, but they also have different strengths. And I think that's pretty cool. Some of them sort of specialise with different weapons. For instance, he has a big bow in his hand, but he has more health and more shield than me, but he has far less armour, so once your shield's down, you're going to drop through that health as quick as shit. Some of them have more energy, so they can use more special abilities and powers. And they're pretty cool. But as far as I can tell, it's pretty expensive to go into all this stuff. You get 3 characters as standard. You get the Mag, you get, where is he? You get Excalibur, which is kind of the one that everyone seems to go for first for some reason. And then you get another one called Volt. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're all 75 platinum for the beginning ones. It just depends on which one you want to choose. You get for free at the beginning. So I went with Mag, who's kind of like a middle grounder. I'm quite impressed with the suits. Some of them look really cool. So for instance, like Atlas. He looks badass. He looks like an old knight. I think the art style is partly why Warframe is so popular. People want to spend the money to make their character look better, which is absolutely appreciated. And as well as that, because there's so much customization, you can customize the appearance of everything. You can add more symbols, you can change all the color scheme. There's about 5 different areas where you can change your colors. And it all adds up to just like a massive amount of customization. As well as that, you know, changing the armor, add customizations, changing all your weapons and colorizing them as well. And it turns out that you could make such a customized character. It will just cost you a fair amount of money or a fair amount of platinum. It depends on how you get it. There are other ways of making platinum, like trading with other people, but for that you need to get some pretty good drops. And there's giveaways as well that the developers do. But honestly, it basically comes down to you having to spend money. Right, so I'm going to go to Everest, which is between level 1 and 6. Now, people can kind of jump into your group as and when they feel like it. It is a fully co-op game, and it's pretty much entirely based around the fact that it's co-op as well. There's very little that you do solo, although some missions are solo only. So most of the game is based around the movement system. We have like double jumps, we have slides and crouches, and you can kind of string them together to do some weird little combos, which are kind of cool. They work, and it makes you feel like really open, but the gunplay is really where it's all at. See, someone's come and joined me in the game now. Okay, so that was just a little bit of gameplay from within the actual game itself. You could pretty much do that all day if you wanted to. There are some other different types of missions where some actual like storyline missions where you have to like save someone or collect a piece for your ship. You kind of build your ship up as you go at the beginning. But, you know, I don't want to give everything away. I would like to do some gameplay videos of it, maybe in some sort of raid-like scenarios. I don't really know how that works yet. I've only been in the game 5 hours and I'm still very, very bare bones character. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and hopefully you guys will have the desire to jump into Warframe as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.